Yeah, so I had to get right back on and do the stalking video right away because there are so many questions that I get about it because I've already done like over 5 of these. And yeah, like I go through each comments and I be seeing your comments. I try to get back to everybody, but sometimes I'll also read the comments to see like what you guys frequently ask. And so I'm going to answer a lot more of those questions, of course, as I keep doing these videos of stalking, because I guess it's a really common thing, but also I've learned that too through consultations when I hear y'all tell me the same stuff as somebody else, right? And consultations are confidential, so just to let you know, FYI. So let me get right into this. As far as stalking, I want y'all to be really attentive, but also be aware of who you were dealing with. Because if you were dealing with a narcissist, if you're dealing with a manipulator, the schemes that they're trying to do is very deceiving when it comes down to stalking. I say this because it's to get in your head and make you believe something by planting a seed. So believing that, oh man, she must still care about me. Or even this is very realistic. This happens often. We didn't really end on bad terms. So stalking you, if it's really, really for the wrong reasons, she's going to have you think like, oh, it wasn't as bad as it seemed. The reason why this is scary behavior and this is really dangerous is because you could literally ignore every red flag that you got about her. Because sometimes it's way easier when you have emotions and feelings to think like, well, guess what? It wasn't that bad. And when you look back, you might just only look at the good when maybe you had way more negative. But again, it's that emotion. It could be literally, and I want to make this clear, it could literally be because you're either feeling lonely, this is where you have to check yourself. Your self-esteem can be that you might not get better. It could be that they made you feel the best you did in years, that you're not looking forward to where you're going to end up and all the people or all the things that's going to come along that's better for you. So I say this to say, if she hasn't, or he, or whoever, because this one, I want this to be very general. Like it could be anybody too, because family members can be doing this. Ex-friends can be doing this too. So when they're doing this, they also are thinking about their good memories with you or the benefits of you, right? So they don't want it to come to an end. Now, I'm going to get into if, let's say you're noticing that the relationship didn't end on the most extreme worst note ever, because sometimes this person can actually have like real sincere feelings, which I'll get into in a second, but I want to just elaborate a little bit more when it's for the wrong reasons. So this time around too, this could also tell you that they might want you for a specific time period. So stalking you can be based off of it being a late night. It literally can be based off of Valentine's Day, legit, right? The cold season coming, right? The cuddle season, you want to be laid up with somebody or nobody's outside like that. So people are want to be with their significant other or even simply with their closest ex-friend, with whoever it is. So this is really normal. Now, I want y'all to remember, and this is something I'll talk about in another video as well. Then I'll get into the positives. But I want y'all to remember that stalking you doesn't have to always be about social media, because it could happen where they literally pull up to your area. Sometimes it's as wild as pulling up to your house. And y'all, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I will get into the question now. And there's a lot to discuss anyways, but we're getting really close to the end of the video. So I just want to make sure I say it before time runs out. So question of the video will be, have you ever stalked before? And if you did, what's the wildest stalking you've done? So whether it's going to be a lot of stalking or actually pulling up to somebody's house, that sorts of stuff, contacting somebody they know, and what's the wildest that you've gotten stalked? So you ever had your friend say, hey, I see your ex, or I see somebody you know all of a sudden always watching or now liking my pictures or the pictures that I have with you, stuff like that. I could give you more examples, but you will know. Just take a moment to think, go down memory lane, right? And so part 2, if you want a part 2, any questions, concerns about anything I've said, let me know in the comments section. And per usual, Patreon, exclusive content, explicit, catch up on there. Be a YouTube member if you would rather. And there's a free membership on Patreon, my website. All the links are there. Now, let me go back before we get close or at the end of the video. So I want to mention how when stalking is happening, another scary thing, well, I don't want to necessarily say scary, but stalking you could also be as extreme as somebody pulling up to your house, somebody using you for the wrong reasons because they need money this time around. And then it's like a gateway to slide back into your life. So I will elaborate so much more in another video, and I'll elaborate about how they'll stalk, maybe go back to your school, areas that you normally visit, or know when you're going to go somewhere, pull up to events that you would be there, that sorts of stuff. But that I'll save for another video. I don't want to rush it, but I wanted to give you a good insight. The key thing that I wanted to mention today, though, is, or not key, the next part, because this might not apply to you, but the positivity of stalking could only be if, let's say, just not ready to be fully direct and you might have done something wrong. All right, so that just might look like you did something wrong to get you guys to the breaking point, to have you guys fall out. And maybe they're trying to maybe show that they're not as mad, or they still care and they can't help themselves. There's so much more to explain, but I'll save that for another video. And y'all, like, I do have sometimes places to go, so I have to like be done on time, all that stuff. But I would keep chatting if I could right now. I love y'all. Take care. Of course, I always drop a lot of videos, so watch out for those. And I'll talk to y'all very much soon. Bye, y'all.
ignoring, or if there's other stuff that you have going on. It could be about anything, self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link after this video.
Sleep affirmations so you could become that powerful man, and it is recorded in my voice, and I give you the strongest affirmations to overall become that man and subconsciously become powerful. So let's get into these books. Get a track woman you want and get her to miss you, along with secrets to winning her over, and it tells you about cold approaching. It tells you my personal stories, and if you're trying to up your game in the dating game, these books are going to be perfect for that, and you could get it all in a bundle deal. Make sure you click the link down below to get more information.